trapco music. Shine to the motherfucking P. Let's go, fuck that shit. I said fuck that shit. Yeah, I said fuck that shit. One time for my DJ, fuck that shit. When you live in America, fuck that shit. You gotta live like Americans, fuck that shit. When you live in America, fuck that shit. You gotta talk like Americans, fuck that shit. The white man get vest, he said fuck that shit. The black man get vest, he said fuck that shit. Small children get vest, they say fuck that shit. I don't want to get vest, fuck that shit. Gas price going up, fuck that shit. They expect all the walk, fuck that shit. We don't want brother war, fuck that shit. Y'all think I ain't here for, fuck that shit. Y'all say Chris ride Metro, fuck that shit. He let Will Smith slap it, fuck that shit. Why the whole world will watch it, fuck that shit. I can now let it happen, fuck that shit. They say he used to be humble, fuck that shit. But this time he ain't humble, fuck that shit. It was nice being humble, fuck that shit. Now your time to be humble, fuck that shit. I am not a role model, fuck that shit. I need my Hennessy bottle, fuck that shit.
If I can't hide it from God,
fuck that shit.
I will not hide it from man.
Fuck that shit. Summertime come we party, fuck that shit. In the winter we party, fuck that shit. And the day liquor finish, fuck that shit. Men ain't yet to provide it, fuck that shit. You not ever see tree bend down to pick a leaf. You come to Minnesota then you crying for sleep. No drinking and driving, fuck that shit. I will drink, I ain't driving, fuck that shit. Champagne was popping, fuck that shit. When new music dropping, fuck that shit. You ain't buy my old music, fuck that shit. Why you want new music, fuck that shit. Champagne trying to book you, fuck that shit. We want help to promote you, fuck that shit. But we ain't got enough money, fuck that shit. We won't give you exposure, fuck that shit. My rent due, that exposure, fuck that shit. My studio time, I exposure, fuck that shit.
Stop playing.
Let's go, fuck that shit. I said fuck that shit. I said fuck that shit.
One time for my DJ,
Fuck that shit.
yo, I said what I said.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah, I mean what I said.
Fuck that shit.
Anybody got problem?
Fuck that shit.
One time for my DJ,
Fuck that shit. If I stay in your wedding, fuck that shit. And I spend my own money, fuck that shit. The day I hear say you're divorced, fuck that shit. Y'all will pay by my money, fuck that shit. Sean P in the building, fuck that shit. Then I ask you what we're doing, fuck that shit. If you ask stupid question, fuck that shit. You will get stupid answer, fuck that shit.
when Sean, when you getting married?
Fuck that shit. The same day getting married, fuck that shit. Right now I stay enjoying, fuck that shit. I know my haters they recording, fuck that shit. She get cooked, she get clean, fuck that shit. But she won't wedding ring, fuck that shit. I'm a trio jelly queen, fuck that shit. She the new Cardi B, fuck that shit. If you won't be my friend, fuck that shit. Then behave like my friend, fuck that shit. If you won't be my enemy, fuck that shit. Let me know you my enemy, fuck that shit. But you can't be my enemy, fuck that shit. And still won't be my friend, fuck that shit. Nobody stupid yet, fuck that shit. Nobody stupid yet, fuck that shit. ALC they find you, fuck that shit. I want her, she bluff it, fuck that shit. But anytime she need money, fuck that shit. At the time she can call me, fuck that shit. She got 4 baby daddies, fuck that shit. She put her on child support, fuck that shit. But when tax season come, fuck that shit. She a little one father, fuck that shit. And now how long you been here, fuck that shit. And they say how well, fuck that shit. God bless and no inspire, fuck that shit. We're in the great equalizer, fuck that shit. Used to work in government, fuck that shit. You a ride BB car, fuck that shit. You pay house for your girlfriend, fuck that shit. What you did for your country, fuck that shit.
Stop playing.
Go, fuck that shit. I said fuck that shit. Yeah, I said fuck that